Back to the grind with the only free MMA channel that fucking matters, full-time MMA. And Bubs are still. Cut the shit. Dude, you sound like a salty... Boy, you sound like you're Michael Johnson's biggest fan or something, nigga. You're so negative in the comments. Justin Gaethje messed up. He should have called out someone specifically. Oh, Kevin Lee's just trying to capitalize on Justin Gaethje's stardom right now and avoid Michael Chiesa. Man, get that shit out of here. Oh my God. Boy, you sound sad as hell. Salty and shit. Come on. You gonna say the same comment on 2 videos like you just schooled me or something. You call that fight of the year? Oh, they were both gassed. And you gonna say copy and paste that shit on 2 comments like you fucking did something. Dude, UFC literally shared on their Twitter, fight of the fucking year. Will you please shut that shit? And someone commented, yeah, people who think this is fight of the year don't know fighting. Bitch, shut up. You know how many fighters said this was fight of the year? UFC said this was fight of the year. Shut the fuck up. You don't know what fight of the year is. You think fucking Michael Chiesa beat Kevin Lee. You think fucking Justin Gaethje didn't do the right thing. Do you not realize he said, who's next? Here's my equal. He can use that as a promo versus anybody in the top 5. He didn't have to call it. He did it better. He didn't have to just say, I want Khabib. No, what he did, he left Khabib open. He left Tony Ferguson open. He left Conor McGregor open. He left Edson Barboza open. He left Kevin Lee open. Anybody that wants Justin Gaethje, they're going to say, who's next? Where's my equal? And anybody who thinks they're his equal, that will be the promo. So he did it better than just calling out one person specifically. Get that shit out of here, boy. Gonna copy and paste. Oh, copy paster. Come on, dude. Got me fucked up. I didn't even delete one. That shit was funny. I'm like, did he really just copy and paste the exact same comment on 2 Justin Gaethje videos? Like, did he think he had a really good point? Cut the shit, dude. Day 1 hitter on deck. Troll hitter on deck. What the fuck you tapping at? Anyways, after the historical fight of the year contender the debut by Justin Gaethje, he asked Tony Ferguson to dismiss him. Guess what? So do I. It's not looking good for Tony in the streets of MMA. He's on a 9-fight winning streak, 10-fight winning streak, but at this point, not many people really care. His last fight, I believe it was either Rafael dos Anjos or Orlando, but they were a while ago. People are starting to forget, man. And now with Justin Gaethje, Kevin Lee, both coming out here making statements in their last fights. Both of these guys are chomping at the bit for the fucking top contender spot. Both of these guys want an interim title spot. They're not waiting on Conor. They're not waiting on Nate. They'll fight for the interim title slot. They'll fight in the way. Justin Gaethje is a little ahead of Kevin Lee from last night's performance, but Kevin Lee will fight Justin Gaethje if none of these other dudes want to. Justin Gaethje expects Tony Ferguson to turn him down, because you remember that's exactly what he did to Kevin Lee. Oh, you need to beat a couple more top contenders before you fight with me. Okay, let me guess. So does Justin Gaethje. He's got to beat a couple more top contenders before he fights with you too. All right, Tony Ferguson, why don't you just go start fucking racing bikes? Well, you're gonna have Tony Ferguson's literally gonna have to come out with some race season shit, or people. You can't just tell people they need more experience. You need a valid excuse like race season. No, buddy. And race season's falling out, buddy. That's only a valid excuse because we know these dudes do triathlons and he's got money, so he don't have to fucking get in here if he don't want to. But at the same time, Nate Diaz, he said he's not fighting this year, or Justin Gaethje and Kevin Lee would probably calling him out. But Tony Ferguson, that's not his way. So Tony Ferguson needs to come out and say, you know what, I'm fighting Khabib. I'm waiting Khabib. Or something. Because at this point, Kevin Lee, Justin Gaethje, Edson Barboza, fucking Michael Johnson rematch, any of these fights would be fine with Tony Ferguson, dude. Because look, this is what Justin Gaethje had to say. He said he'll probably say I'm not worthy. He said he lost to Michael Johnson. I just finished him. So he'll be full of shit when he says that. Damn. Ain't that a hell of a point? Tony Ferguson just turned down Michael Johnson a few weeks ago. Or whenever Khabib fell out a few months ago. He turned down Michael Johnson. Justin Gaethje just took on Michael Johnson and finished him. That takes a lot of steam away from Tony Ferguson. A lot. Kevin Lee's coming out talking shit. I'm telling you, I would rather see Kevin Gaethje versus Tony Ferguson or Kevin Gaethje versus Khabib. I really want to see Kevin Gaethje versus Khabib. 24-0 versus 18-0. When are we going to get the chance to see that in MMA? Honestly, that does not fucking happen in MMA. That's really rare. This is not boxing. It's hard to get a fucking zero with that many wins. It's hard to be undefeated with that many wins. I want to see Khabib versus Justin Gaethje, 24-0 versus 18-0. Battle of the Ultimate Grappler versus the War Striker, fucking War Gaethje, I don't want to say the Ultimate Striker because it's not like he's the most technical striker ever, but he's just one of the most entertaining strikers currently. So, man, I want to see versus Khabib, but at the same time, I would love to see Tony Ferguson versus Justin Gaethje. That would be a war. At the same time, I would love to see Kevin Lee versus Justin Gaethje or Kevin Lee versus Tony Ferguson. This lightweight division is on fire right now, and to top it all off, Conor McGregor came out and he approved of the Justin Gaethje fight. He came out and he said, that's two fighters fighting. So let's get it. I want to know what you guys got to think. What you guys think about Tony? What do you think Tony Ferguson's gonna say to Justin Gaethje? Is he gonna deny him? You know, I don't think he's gonna take the fight. So fuck it. That's all I'm gonna say on here. I'm gonna get into Justin Gaethje and Conor McGregor, and he said some more shit, man. But I've been doing Justin Gaethje. I know it's crazy because this is a good time for it, but I'm gonna we'll see if there's some other shit to get into before I get into Justin Gaethje, Conor McGregor. Who knows, that shit might be next. I don't know what else to say, man. Fuck it. It is what it is. Let the hitters know what the fuck you talking about in the comments. Dude.